right, man, let's talk about the Detroit Lions once again. You got a lot of fans. Not saying I'm saying this. I think it's obviously premature, but look here, man. A lot of people had a lot of knee-jerk reaction. A lot of people have premature reactions. A lot of y'all was beating y'all chest like y'all had King Kong in the trunk. Y'all felt that the Lions had already simmed through the season and won the North, and y'all was already talking about potential Super Bowl and NFC championships and stuff of that nature. Y'all feeling y'allself before the season started when they beat Kansas City and all that type stuff. Okay. But, I think a lot of people saying that the Lions should have went other ways with some of their draft picks, and Jahmyr Gibbs just simply ain't ready to be a star running back. And that's what they were saying in so many different words, is why Montgomery was getting the carries. If Montgomery don't get hurt, do they win that game? I think they pick up that third down. And I think, people going to start come Sunday. If Bijan Robinson come do what he do in Ford Field, I think people going to say they should have took Bijan Robinson. And I said that from the beginning. I mean, the Lions be making decisions complicated, bruh. He was the best running back on the board. But here they go, getting cute. But I could be wrong. It's still premature. You got a lot of people saying, well, they should have took Jalen Carter. Even though the run defense is as good as it's been in a minute, and we'll see. We didn't play, Seattle's a good running football team with Kenneth Walker, but their offensive line was hurt. Kansas City ain't known for running the ball, but they ran the ball really, really well last year. Wasn't shit wrong with their offensive line this year. So, people saying, oh, shit took Jalen Carter. I mean, I'm tired of hearing about people with character concerns. I swear to God, we cool with taking people with good character, but we cool with doing that, but let me say this. We cool with taking injury prone people, but we not cool with giving somebody a second chance. He exactly what the Lions needed. If you had to ask me what should have been the first two picks for the Lions, and I love Bijan Robinson, I was a huge fan of him, but for me, them picks should have been Jalen Carter and Christian Gonzalez. And I said that when they took Jack Campbell or they passed up on Gonzalez and they moved down, they should have found a way to get back up there and got Gonzalez. I like Gonzalez. And I don't know why they liked Weatherspoon more than Gonzalez, but Gonzalez was balling in New England. Gonzalez is straight balling in New England. And that's what they need. And I said that coming here. I said even though they brought in Mosley and Cam Sutton, and they had Jerry Jacobs, I said I still didn't see a potential number one corner. Cam Sutton is probably a good two, a solid number two corner. He's not the guy you want to be guarding the best guy on every play. I said that. When the last time you seen a great Pittsburgh Steelers cornerback? Like, come on. Get out of here. They quarterbacks always pedestrian or they old. Joe Hayden, I think, came from Cleveland. Ike Taylor was cool, but, he wasn't shit. Excuse my language. But when the last time they had a premium corner from Pittsburgh? And then let them get away at that. But nonetheless, I think the picks, and I don't have a problem with people saying they should take Bijan. He's special. I said that. But I think the pick should have been Jalen Carter. I don't care shit about his history, because you got people in that locker room that's committed a crime that just ain't never been caught, or did foul stuff that never been caught. I think the pick should have been Jalen Carter, and I think the other pick should have been Christian Gonzalez if you had to move up to get him. Look how quick New England turned that card in for Christian Gonzalez. That way, you got a guy who can help you in the middle, and what they thought was we're going to get Anazorki back, and we're going to solidify the middle, but at the end of the day, we got Pascal, Anazorki back, we'll figure it out. The last two second-round picks before you got to this year and took Sam Laporta and Brian Branch, his first was Anazorki. He knew he had a back injury and ended up potentially being career-ending injury. Could have been. Still could be. And then you took the next year Pascal. Neither one of them contributed their rookie year for real. Pascal really didn't do much. He did a little bit when he came back. I don't even count that. Anazorki did a little bit. He didn't even count that. So you banking on two guys you drafted in your first two draft classes that produced absolutely freaking nothing, who had injuries coming into the National Football League, and you failed to neglect that. Then you went to say, you know what, we're going to depend on Jerry Jacobs and Cam Sutton to hold us down that corner until Mosley come back off an ACL injury. And then we're going to count on some undrafted, unknown cornerbacks to back them up. Make that make sense. You went with an inside linebacker and Jack Campbell, which, I have no issue with him, that you're not freaking playing. So if you still going to roll with Barnes and Anazzoni and you're going to roll with Malcolm Rodrigo and all them, fine. Why take Jack Campbell when you could have moved up a little bit and took Christian Gonzalez and he could have stepped in and played? He's better than Jerry Jacobs right now. Half of him is better than Jerry Jacobs. A quarter of him is better than Jerry Jacobs. It made no sense. It made zero sense. Jalen Carter, I understand. Oh, he had character concerns. Man, you got somebody on the team who got hella character concerns. Take them and you figure it out along the way. Guess what? He get in some trouble. He don't play. Cool. Guess what? Anazorki and Pascal, you notice them out. They barely playing. And Anazorki going to take some time to knock that rust off. But what they him and McNeil have done, they have solidified the run stopping defense so far. But you could tell Anazorki still got some rust to knock off. It was a game playing in Kansas City where he couldn't even chase the quarterback, whoever it was, the ball carrier. So, but nonetheless, it's just to the point where that thought is creeping in people's mind. And like I said, I say it straight up and down. I would have went with Carter and Christian Gonzalez, and I don't know why Christian Gonzalez dropped the way he did. Maybe one day that'll be explained, but that's what I would have went for. I wasn't trusting Pascal. I wasn't trusting Anazorki, the man in my middle. It was some talks in the comment section of how fans felt on the internet that they should just cut Anazorki. That's where it got to, but it is what it is. I ain't saying I was saying it, but it's just frustration. That's what it was. It's just frustration. But at the same time, right now, I think people. Now I'm not even thinking about the other guys that was drafted. I don't have the list in front of you. But right now, I would have took Bijan, Carter, and Gonzalez over them picks. Matter of fact, I took the second round picks over the first round picks. But you got to remember, this is a knee-jerk reaction. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Jahmyr Gibbs might end up being better than everybody we naming that went after him, right? Jack Campbell just ain't got the opportunity. People say, well, Jahmyr Gibbs ain't got the opportunity, So, it'll be a lot of power in the offense. The power of the offense is going to be in Jahmyr Gibbs' hands on Sunday. And maybe they take weak-ass Anazzoni off the field and give Jack Campbell his opportunity. But Carter and Gonzalez are getting opportunities that Gibbs and Campbell ain't consistently been having. It's one thing to go from being a part-time player to being a full-time back in the second half of a game. That's a lot to ask. So let's see if Jahmyr Gibbs be a full-time back. But knowing the Lions, guess what they going to do? They probably going to make Craig Reynolds their feature back, and they going to pepper in Jahmyr Gibbs. But, hey, once again, they draft guys, and then they sprinkle them in, and then they want to use them down the road. And, they don't believe in, for some reason, Detroit sports, they don't believe in throwing their young off the deep end and just letting them float or letting them learn to swim. So check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.